We are back. We are better for another one. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget we have a new giveaway going on. For the giveaway, we're selecting 2 subscribers a month. On the first of the month, 15th of the month, we'll select a random subscriber that subscribed to the channel to win $50. I will randomly at you on the day of the on the first and the 15th. You'll get a random ad, and I will reach out. And to enter, all you gotta do is subscribe, comment on any video. I will get your YouTube handle, and that's how I will contact you through adding your YouTube handle. And I'll obviously get your email or Insta, whatever you use, where we can privately chat. That's all you got to do. And then once you're in forever. 2 people every month, $50. And as things keep going well, we're gonna up that money. We're gonna up it, but we got to see how it goes. So, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe, comment to enter for a chance to win $50 every month. 2 people every month, random people. It is randomized. So don't DM me trying to tell me a sob story. Don't DM me trying to get on my good side. If you want to comment, I'll appreciate the comments, but I'm telling you, it is randomized. I have no control. I am not personally picking people. It is randomized. Okay. That means there's no type of butt kissing that you can do that's going to increase your chances. Okay. It is randomized 100%. I have every YouTube handle for everybody that is entered. I put that in to ChatGPT and I tell it, like, for example, let's say we have 200 something people in it, I think now, something like that. Maybe it's like 170. And I tell ChatGPT to pick a random number between 1 and 150. It gives me a number. I go to the YouTube handle. That's who wins. That's literally how it goes. I tell ChatGPT, give me a random number between 1 and however many names I have. Bam. So just want to throw that out there.
May the best person win. Well,
May the best person win. I'm excited because we got, oh, that's right. Because as of today is, what is it? The 28th. So for on Thursday, we'll pick our May 1st winner for the giveaway. And then we'll have somebody on May 15th. So should be fun. Should be fun. Well, Calvin, besides, some of the stuff we talked off air, what else you got going on, bro?
man, I'm just ready to come down and just chill with you for a bit, bro. I just need a little break, a little was yeah, you can say vacation, but it's really just chilling with the homie, to be honest.
Yeah, I move my schedule around because you come in. Is that a Tuesday or a Wednesday?
It's a Wednesday. It's let me go to it real quick. Yeah, and I'm actually glad that we actually talking about this right now. Let me see. Let me
Because I know I switched my schedule around to where I don't work because normally I work all day Thursday, but I'm
hmm
moving that to Monday. What I might try to do is because I usually work Thursday, Friday, I might move that to Monday, Tuesday, and then have off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. No, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then I could drop you off because you leave Saturday morning, right?
Yeah, at 8:15. So at
Yeah, and
least
then I
I mean
yeah.
that like that airport isn't packed, right? It never gets packed.
I wouldn't say never, but it's not it's usually not crazy. There's been times where I've walked in, I'm like, oh shit, I might have
Yeah.
miscalculated.
Yeah, there's I'm not taking I'm just doing like two carry-ons and everything, so I'm not like
Oh, checking it back.
yeah, I'm not doing that, bro, since it's just a short trip and there's really no
Yeah.
point to do that anyways. I just got a backpack and a duffel bag and we'll be straight.
Yeah, it's usually pretty smooth the times I've gone. There's only been maybe 2 times I've gone and it's been, and even when it is busy, usually their TSA, they're usually pretty quick. So even when there is a line, the line goes by fairly smooth.
Okay, cool, cool, cool.
I think the most I've ever waited in line is like 30 minutes
Okay.
tops.
Cause
And
I
that was one time.
cause I fly in, I get in at like 11:05 on Wednesday. And I gotta be my flight leaves at 8:15 on Saturday. So
But yeah, we got to hit up the cigar lounge. We gotta get
oh
us a pod, a
oh for sure.
drip.
For sure. You going We gonna work out at the gym and shit.
Yeah, yeah, we'll work out. And then, bro, you know I gotta check the schedule. We need to go to hoop at the UTSA rec because I get a guest pass.
Like I was thinking that was gonna be a non-negotiable. Like,
Yeah, we gotta find time to go to the rec. I just gotta see what there's because that's when their summer schedule will start. So I
do
gotta check to
people hooping
see
in the
when they'll
summer?
be open. Huh?
Do people hoop in the summer?
Uh, it's not like it is during the semester, but there'll be people up there.
Okay.
Because what I normally do is when we first start the summer, once I figure out my schedule, anybody I come across, I'll be like, hey, I come on, like let's say right now I hoop at Sundays at like 6:45. I usually get there around 6:45, 7-ish. And so if I gotta make I don't remember if they're still open because they close at 10 on Sundays. I don't know if that's the same time on the summer, but let's say it is, I keep that same schedule. But anytime I see somebody or hoop with anybody Sunday, I tell them, I come on Sundays at 7. So like, I'm trying to get a group of like the same guys. So at least it'd be easier for us to get runs instead of just having random people coming in and out. And
Mm.
yeah. Cause like now, even now, semester's not over yet, but even now, like early like peak semester. So like what? So like March is like peak semester when you're like right in the middle, right before spring break, like right after.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you go to the gym, it's packed. Like you got 2 game weight on each court. Maybe one court has a 1 game weight, and then like one court is sectioned off because some they have like they have their like intramural leagues or whatever, and they got
Mm-hmm.
like badminton on one court, so that court's never open for basketball because they got like nets. Now, like we went there, what's it Monday? Yeah, we went there yesterday. There was one court had full runs, and then there was 2 courts with no runs because there's 3 courts for basketball. And so literally we started running on one court. So the court that already had runs, we didn't go there because there was a game wait. So we went to because like it was me and like it's funny, like half the people at Shoe Palace hoop now. So it's me, Ethan, Berger, Paul, Ron. So we got a squad of 5, all of us go. We got 5. And
Mm-hmm.
then sometimes Ethan would bring his people. Ron brought his uncle. So like we be having like when we pull up, we only need like 3 or 4 to get a game of 10. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So we started running on that court, and then people, start to come in a little bit, and then there was people waiting. So we won like 2 straight, then we lost, and then we were waiting, and then like one dude called next but didn't have 5. So we were like, bro, we're not gonna wait another game. So then we went to the other court that was empty because there was like people kind of shooting around over there. So y'all trying to run? Like, yeah, bet. And then we just ran over there. We ran over there like 4 games straight because nobody was waiting. Like nobody had net, so we just kept running back, running back, running back. So we might have got 7 games in. Like we got some games in, bro. Calvin, I wish you were there yesterday, bro. I felt like LeBron James. What year was that? 2016, bro.
Is that what you posted picture? Was that you hooping yesterday?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was yesterday, bro. So we're playing last game, right? Like it's getting late. The red closes at 10. It's like 8. I usually leave around 9. Um, but it's like 8:50. So it's that weird time where it's like, oh, we can get one more in, but we need to like right now. Like if it takes too long to get a game going, I'm gonna leave. Or if I gotta wait or sit, I'm gonna leave. But if we start one now, I'll go one more. So everybody's okay. We all go just do one more. So normally I was running with my squad, but then we had just enough, and most of it was all of us together. So we just shot for captains and we split up the teams, right? So Ethan is like this ultra competitor. I had him on my uncle's strip. And so of course he wants to go against me, right? And so he wants to go against me. And he's like guarding me, right? So we split up, and
You
on
fired that
paper,
boy up, didn't you?
bro, on paper, well, no, at first he wouldn't guard me at first. On paper, they had the better team, right? Because I knew everybody on my team except we had 2 people on our team that we just picked up. So I didn't really know. But bro, one dude we had, as soon as he handled the ball one time, I was like, no, 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 no. Like, because he's tall. He was like he might have been like your height, 6'4" ish. He was lanky. He had the look. Like if you looked at him, you'd be like, oh, he can hoop. No handle. Like he had
Mm.
a basic handle package. It was like he could dribble it without turning it over, but he couldn't make a move to get open. And if he can't dribble through traffic, he kept losing the ball. Anyway, bro, we played at 15 ones and twos. Calvin, I had the first 3 points, and then we go down like 7-3. So then, I'm sitting there like seeing if somebody else, because like Ron's uncle can shoot, Ron can shoot open. Who we had Paul. Paul can shoot, but he's still getting back in shape. So he's like it's taking him time to knock the road. He hadn't hooped in I don't think he's hooped consistently in like a year. But when he gets back in shape, he can hoop. He can shoot it. So I'm like, we're down 7-3, and then we get like one more basket. It's like 8-4, and I'm like, all right, bro. Like I low key want to win this game because they started talking shit a little bit. I was like, oh hell no. So, bro, we ended up winning 15-13. I had 11 out of the 15.
Damn.
Bro,
Way to put the team on your back.
bro. At first, this one dude was guarding me. He was tall. He's probably 6'5", 6'6", but he don't have no lateral movement. Bro, I catch it elbow and I do the rip through triple threat, and he's closing out on me, but he's not. He's closing out,
Is he
and
staying straight up?
he hasn't started slowing down yet. And so, because I'm in triple threat, because you know me, if I catch an elbow and you don't have space, I'm taking a shot, right? So I grab it and I go like this. I'm like, oh, he's closing out too hard. So I just rip through, dribble. He's still going that way. I'm like, basket. And then another one, I catch like the low post, right? Like short court and kind of short wing. I catch it, dribble, double team comes, but he comes too wide because the guy at the top of the key that passes the ball, instead of going away, he came to the corner on my side. He brought his man with him, but his man went to attack me, but he didn't close on me tight like a trap. He kind of followed his man and then kind of decided. So I go like this, dribble, dude comes over top. I spin, basket, dude. I had like 2 rebound putbacks. So we got it tied 13-13. Then I forget somebody else, I think Jose or Ron got 1. So we put us up 14-13. No twos, right? They had 2 crazy looks because they got an offensive rebound and dished it out. 2 crazy looks. They miss. So we're going down. I get a lane open for the win. Dude just ball up top. All right, game point. I'm at the if the goal's behind me, I'm at the left block, right? If you're me, I'm the left block. And so I'm standing there, and Jose, Ron's uncle, is getting ready to set the down screen. And you know me, my signature move. If I come off the screen, nobody's there. I just catch it, bop, right? But instead of curling it, I was gonna see how Ethan, because Ethan's guarding me at this point. I had a massive spin on move on him earlier. He's guarding me at this point, and I know Ethan. He's going to try to meet me at the other side because he knows that if I have any space, I'm taking the shot, right? So what I do is I jab, I go out, instead of curl, I fade it, right? So Ethan tries to go this way. I fade back here. Paul throws it, catch, bang. Wrap it up, let's go home. Bro, when I tell you, I was so exhausted because I had like 4 or 5 steals that game. Like I was trying to win because they went up. But when they got to 13, we were still at like 9 or 10. So I was like, all right, I'm finna clamp, bro. I'm clamped. I literally the guy I was initially guarding wasn't a shooter, so I'm basically help everywhere. As soon as somebody started to drive to the paint, I'm right here. Bro, I had like 3 strips. Bro, I had like 3 or 4 strips towards the end to get us 13-13. I think Jose hit got the one, and I was like, all right, bro, we finna win this hole right here, bro. Man, I was exhausted because I was on both sides. I'm running the floor because we get a strip on the other side. We get a strip on this side. I'm over here, and I just take off. Ron chucks it. Give me them. Yeah, bro. That was lit. Bro, those are probably the best runs I've had in a very long time.
I bet, man.
So yeah, bro, I'm telling you, if me and you go up there with Ethan, me, you, and Ethan, I don't think we could lose. Ethan, he has he has a traditional like point guard IQ. First of all, he gets to his spot. He's got a crazy handle. He'll hit up the open three. Dude, me and Ethan will kill a pick and roll. Dude, if you and Ethan just pick and roll one or two times, y'all get a feel for each other. Me, you, and Ethan would be unstoppable, bro. Like
Bro,
nobody's
that's
scoring
the
on this.
see, that's the thing with me is just like if I'm not playing good on offense, I just really I just post up. I just post
Yeah.
up. Just
Oh,
try to
dude,
do
you'll
that.
dominate them. You'll dominate the post.
It's that, bro. But and then too, like it's just like the defense part is just like if I'm not contributing on offense, like I'm just gonna play defense and get
Yeah.
rebounds like that
Yeah.
in block shots. Like
I'm the same way. If my
if somebody goes up for a layup, that thing is getting sent to Yucatan.
Yeah, you be putting this on the backboard. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm the same way. If my shot's not falling, I'm just gonna rebound and get like second chance baskets, or I'm driving.
yeah.
But dude, me, I think, bro, lineup would be me, you, Ron, Ethan, because we'll have Ethan and Ron run the one and the two. You could run the four, I'll run the five, and we could. I'm trying
I
that
mean, we
that.
get damn near interchange when we play, bro, because we
Oh
both.
yeah, I mean yeah, it'd be really positionless to be honest, but because you'd be like a stretch 4 or 5. I'd be a semi stretch. By semi stretch, I mean just a mid range 4 or 5 or a three. We look, bro. Brigitte is this. She's at she pals. She hoops, bro. She wore her glasses just last, bro. She was on one. She hit like 3 or 4 straight. Bro, the first game we played, we 15-0 skunked them. No, no, no. We got to 10-0. No, no, no. I don't think they scored. They might have had one or two buckets, but it was either 15-0 or like 15-2. Because she hit two or three threes. Ethan had one, Ron had one, and then I had like two jumpers or two drives, bro. Me, Berger, Ethan, Ron, me, you. And with that squad, I wouldn't even look to do anything offensively. I would just hang in the short quarter for drives. Outside of that, I'm just crashing the boards and just cleaning up any rebounds at that point. I would let you, Ethan, Ron, and Berger handle all the scoring. Literally, I would just fit in like that. Pause. But no, I'm gonna hit Ethan up to see what day he could go if he's gonna still be in town. We gotta hoop. You gotta hoop with Ethan, bro. Dude can hoop. And Ron.
I'm down to hoop any day, bro. To be honest, like I really don't care. Like I'm just trying to just kick back, enjoy myself and everything. Turn the work computer off because
Yeah.
the shit that I'm talking about.
Well
But
shit. I might take off. We could probably get a workout in or two, but I'd low key be down to hoop more than one day.
I'm down to, bro. I'm down to really do anything, dog. Like whatever you want to do, finest. I'm down, bro. Shit, walk around the mall, fucking,
I'll make
like.
itinerary.
I bet. Yeah, you got you the itinerary man when vacation
Yeah.
comes and shit.
Yeah.
So
I like planning.
yeah, but yeah, we definitely hitting up a cigar spot. But the thing about all right, if we gonna be realistic,
Hmm.
how much are we gonna be inside? Because I might bring the Xbox, I might not.
I mean, at night we'll be because like cigar. I mean, we can play our like both. If you want to bring the Xbox, we can schedule to where we go hoop during the day, or maybe one night we go hoop. But like even then, since I'm gonna take off completely, like I don't have to be up. I'm not gonna have to be up early. I'm gonna take that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday completely off.
Okay.
So we could go to cigar lounge. Honestly, going midday be better because it does get kind of packed and seating gets scarce. But midday is the perfect vibes. Especially now in the summer that the the weather's nice. Well, by mid May, it
How
might.
hot is it?
Right now, it's not too bad, but by the time you get here, it's gonna start getting up there. Like, and honestly, our summer started early. It started to get hot in like late February.
Yeah, because
So
like I'm just seeing like here it got the high 85 today, so I know it's gonna get hotter by the time I come down there. So
yeah, but even then, the cigar lounge inside. We could go walk the mall. That's an outside mall. We could go to North Star though, or River Center, which is not River Center. We do not want to go to River Center. Ingram or North Star, which are inside malls. But even walking the La Cantera Mall, it'd just be like one day.
okay. Because you know I'm down for anything, bro. Just
Yeah,
so
I'll make a little itinerary thing. Did you watch the draft at all? I know you're not really into football, so you probably didn't watch it.
I watched a little bit. I was really just I just want to see Shador get picked, but we already know what happened with that.
Yeah,
And
I wish Mark was gonna be on today. I wanted to get his opinion on. I know he kind of spoke his opinion in the group message, but for the pod, I wanted him to get on and kind of what
we
his
can
thoughts on the.
we can talk about it because I mean
Yeah,
I
what do
really
you
have
think?
a question about like well, what do you mean what I think about what pick like or just the overall
Yeah,
draft?
just like what do you think for Shador specifically? What do you like? What do you think? Because I've seen mixed opinions. I'm kind of in between the two opinions because some people think he wasn't that good to go first or second round. Some people think fifth round makes more sense. Some people think he was being blackballed. Some people think it was a power play. I think it was a miscount. I think it was a little bit of everything. But like I know me and you talked, and we definitely thought he should have got picked higher.
Okay, this is my thing. Like Cam Ward, well deserved first round. I think he was better than Shador, like best quarterback out of the whole thing. I personally,
Right. Most people had Shador as the second quarterback in the draft.
but bro, like it kills me, bro. First thing, the Giant, like I thought he was gonna go to the Giants and everything. Um,
Right.
I thought he was going to go to the Giants. That one, that Jackson guy and everything. That was kind of a. I was kind of iffy on that one. I was like, okay, okay, like whatever. Like it sucks he didn't
Right.
get picked by them and everything. Honestly, for the money wise and everything, I think that's better for him because this fucking tax in New York, bro, like it's so much and everything. So, um, I'm kind of glad he didn't go there and everything. And plus the Giants are really rebuilding, in my opinion. Um,
Yeah.
I mean they
Yeah.
got
100%.
yeah, like I mean I just don't think that was just the overall good play for him. What really got me is they took that dude from Louisville that had three season-ending surgeries and he's 26. I was like, when that happened, I was like, okay. I was
Something's
like,
going on.
yeah. I said,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I literally looked. I'm like, okay, dude, are they trying to make an example out of this dude, or do they are they to put it? Excuse my language. Are they fucking with this dude? Because there's no way that I would draft that guy. If I'm the GM, I would rather first thing I got okay. Let me say this. I heard this on the sports radio. Derek Carr's the quarterback for the Saints, right? Starting quarterback, right?
Is he with the Saints now? Yes. Yeah. 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 I
Derek
think so.
Carr. Okay, so let's put this in perspective. Let's say Derek Carr is doing horrible and everything like that. They're not chanting for the guy Tyler to come in and everything like that. It's just like you get the backup in, he does what he does. But flip it, if Shador got drafted, Derek Carr dude's horrible. The whole crowd screaming like Shador, Shador.
Right.
That's where I think where it kind of looks bad if the Saints did draft Shador and everything, just from that aspect and everything. Because you're not supposed to have chance from your second string to come in and everything. You know what I'm saying? Personally, my opinion. Um, Now he got drafted by the Browns. That is a loaded fucking team with quarterbacks, and they drafted Gabriel too as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then who? So they got Deshaun, Gabriel,
Joe
um,
Flacco.
Joe Flacco, which I mean Joe Flacco's he's so damn old, bro. I don't think he
He
going.
he had a good year last season though. He did. For him
Yeah.
to be sitting at the couch and they call him up, he had a pretty good year. But yes, I agree. His window
And
is
who's
closing.
the other one? Who's the other one? There's five quarterbacks.
It's
Watson,
Deshaun,
Gabriel, Flacco,
oh,
Shador.
and oh my God, Jameis Winston.
Bro, that's tough right there. That's tough. Like,
Now, well, the thing is, I think for the Browns, so here's the thing with the Browns. They're trying to find their quarterback, right? Now they have five quarterbacks on roster. Two of them won't be on the team come first week one of the season, right? They're not going to keep five quarterbacks on the roster. They have to have 50, they have to cut it down to 53 men. They're not going to keep five quarterbacks. They're going to have three. So what I think the Browns are doing is let's get the best five we can get in our circumstance with the draft picks or whatever we have with our current roster, and we're gonna have an absolute dogfight for 1 to 3 to see who's gonna step up to be our guy. Because the best way to do it is, okay, Joe Flacco, he's the vet with the most experience there. And you could argue Jameis Winston, Joe Flacco, or Jameis Winston, Joe Flacco, Deshaun, right? Deshaun, shoulder injury. Before that, he hasn't really played much. He hasn't been the same since he left Houston, right? So you have an opportunity for, again, iron sharpens iron. How do you get the best out of your athletes? You put them in a position to where if they don't perform, their spot gets taken. So now you have this pressure on Deshaun to, all right, if I want to keep my spot as the starter, I have to show up and show out day one of camp. Joe Flacco, the vet, I think the least pressure is on Joe Flacco because he showed that he can still compete in the league. And Deshaun Watson has to look out because if he slips up, Joe Flacco, who I think is, as of right now, a bit more consistent and established as a quarterback, Deshaun Watson has to be on his P's and Q's. Now, Jameis Winston, Shador, Gabriel, it is like who's the people that want to make this roster that are going the cream rises to the crop. So it's going to be one of those things where you're going to have a dog fight, absolute show out from everybody from day one, from mini camp to AOTs. Is it OTAs, optional training camps
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever?
yeah.
From day one, they have to bring their best game every single day because two of them are not going to be on that roster.
That's literally like it's like the 90-day probation period when you get a new job. It's like
Yes,
it's
you
like
gotta prove your worth.
you have to like, and that's the thing, and you know the thing about it too, man. Like, and I hope this is what Shador does, because let's be honest, Shador's a flashy guy. Like he likes the
Oh,
spotlight.
I do want to correct myself. I'm wrong. Deshaun Watson's not there. I forgot. He's with the Giants. He got traded. It is Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett from the Jets. I believe the Jets. Kenny Pickett, Gabriel, and Shador. But still, it's going to be Deshaun and Joe Flacco are going to be your starting day one. You're probably have Deshaun running your one reps. Joe Flacco's probably running your twos, and then the other three are going to be splitting the rest of those, and it's going to be dwindling out. But same concept. All five of them are going to have to be competing for 1 through 3. But
Mhm.
continue. Sorry.
Um, this is my only thing, bro, is that I just want to say for Shador, is like he's a flashy dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he likes the spotlight and everything. Just come in as a professional, bro. Like your life depends on it. Don't flash, don't do nothing. Just be about your business and everything because I just feel like they already have a narrative about him and everything from interviews and everything like that. So, dude, just come in as a professional, do what you got to do. Like, yeah, talk your shit a little bit and
Yeah.
everything.
Be yourself, but carry yourself professionally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my only thing and everything. Um, but obviously like, and this is the thing too, dude. I think people are getting misconstrued. If my I think people get cocky misconstrued with confidence. If my dad is the best, NFL player of all time or one of the best and everything, I would kind of have that chip on my shoulder of just like, yeah, I got the confidence because, my dad's this and that. He put me in this position and everything, even though like I'm still doing what I need to do and everything like that. I think that's the biggest thing that people need to really dissect and figure out the difference and everything. I think he's just an overly confident dude and everything, to be honest. I don't think I mean, he had the numbers to back it up and everything, man.
He won Big 12 player offensive player of the year.
That's what I'm saying. And what was the record with Colorado before they got
11.
there?
Oh, before they won like 2 or 3. No, they won. No, they won before Dion them got there. They won like 2 or 3 games. Then the first year they won like 6 or 7, and they ended up winning like 11 and finished top 25.
So like you see the progression over the years and everything of what they did, man. And I mean, like, yeah, like I would kind of talk my shit a little bit too, like if I came and did that and everything. But I just feel like I don't know, man. I just feel like people nowadays just kind of hate just people that are overly confident. Like Anthony Edwards, overly confident, bro. And I feel like people just kind of hate on him because of that. But I mean,
He's a dog.
he's a dog. But the thing with Shador, he can talk it, but please back it up, bro.
Yeah.
Please back it up. That's the
So
only thing I would say.
yeah, so I just want to give my take because I've been saying this since the draft, and me and my brother are doing a draft recap, so I'll also kind of reiterate this because we'll obviously have a segment on the Shador thing because it's the topic of discussion, and I do think it needs to be talked about because here's one reason why I think the reason why he slid down to the fifth round is a combination of a lot of things. I think one, they made a miscalculation, right? Because one, Shador comes out and he doesn't participate in throwing at the combine, which is not unusual. There's been quarterbacks to do that, which I don't want to say like that was a miscalculation, but it becomes a miscalculation later. So you opt out of throwing in the combine. Okay, let's put that to the side because that doesn't matter unless you don't do well at your pro day. Now, I didn't see his pro day, but I looked at all the different reports, and apparently, this is what the reports say. This is also an opinion, but apparently his pro day was unimpressive. It wasn't, they said it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. I think they were expecting more from his pro day. So now opting out of the draft throwing matters when your pro day is quote unquote unimpressive, right? Because you had guys like Jackson Dart, you had these other, because I do believe at the start of the draft process, Shador was the number two quarterback. But when you opt out of the draft throwing and you have it again, I'm quoting, this is the reports, this is not my opinion, this is what people have stated, that you have an unimpressive pro day. So, but you have so that I feel like they kind of now it's kind of like why did if you're a scout, in your mind, you're thinking, did he opt out of the throwing at pro day because he didn't want to expose himself? Like you start to like question yourself if you are a team that's going to invest 35, $40 million into this guy or on a rookie contract for 4 or 5 years, you want to be sure you know not only do you know their strengths, you want to know their flaws. And if a player's covering up his flaws, it gets harder to discern if this is the guy you really want to buy into, right? There's that. Second, I heard again, this is a report. These are just reports from what I've seen and what I've read. Because I tried to do my research on why he would fall so far. Second, teams he didn't want to go to in the interview process, he sandbagged or sabotaged teams that he didn't want to go to. Now, when you do an interview with a team, that's like interviewing for a job, right? You have all the credentials, the resume, like he did in college, offensive player of the year, 3,700 passing yards, 36 touchdowns, et cetera, et cetera, leading your team to top 25, 11 wins. When you have all the credentials on a resume, if you bomb the interview process, you might not get the job. And with the NFL teams, they talk. So if one team interviews you and they don't like what you're saying or they feel like something like this don't feel right, they talk to other teams. Like if he had an interview with the New York Giants and he didn't want to go there, and he starts sandbagging, and then let's say the Ravens or whoever, just the team, Jets calls like, "Hey, how was the interview? We're thinking about interviewing him." Oh, I don't know. He said this. He said they talk, right? Not only that, but before the draft process, at the very beginning of the draft process, Dion and his family or agents or whatever talked about potentially pulling an Eli Manning, where if he gets drafted by a team he doesn't want to go to, they will hold out. That's not a good. Again, more power to them if that's their plan they want to do and it works out for them. Maybe they wanted to end up with the Browns. I don't know. But I'm just saying, optically, when you say things like that, and then you're interviewing a guy, you think if we draft him, he might hold out. That also is one of those things where like, oh, we got that. They keep that in the back of their head. So you have all these things going on. And then last but not least, like you said, his confidence, which again, as an athlete, I love confidence. Like if you want to make it at that level, you have to be confident. Now, in the NFL, do they like that level of confidence? Because again, I don't want to say he's not humble. He seems like a humble guy, but he's just very assertive. I like to say he's assertive with his confidence. I don't think he's arrogant. I just think he's assertive with his confidence. That his personality type, like you said, it comes with the distraction. You don't want your backup being chanced to be put in when you got a guy that has won the quote unquote won the spot, right? Like that's just not a good look for the team. So you have all of these different things kind of going on. And I think that probably kind of what might have led him to slide so far down to the fifth round. So I mean, like you said, like the dude from Louisville, there's no way on God's green earth. If Jackson, I think Shador should have been the second quarterback taken. Do I think if maybe second round might have made sense? I think second round would have been fine. I think third round would have been fine. Fifth round, I don't. If the second quarterback was taken fifth round, it makes sense, right? Even the like you said, the Jackson Dart. I'm like, the dude from Jackson Dart from Ole Miss. He had a really good season. Okay, maybe they draft him because he might fit their system a little better. Okay, cool. But for two more guys to go before him, I mean, he's not the fifth best quarterback in the draft. Fourth, fifth best. No, I don't.
No,
Yeah,
like, and and like I go back to it, Fines. I don't know if they were just trying to make an example or kill his confidence, but it's just like, man, you better hope that boy does not come out just firing on all cylinders and everything, because that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt some people, man. Um, but yeah, I hope he does good and everything. Hopefully he uses this fuel for fire. Um, yeah, man. That's all I have to say.
yeah. The only thing he can do now is just prove his haters wrong and just come out and win the spot or win the backup spot. And when his number is called, to just ball out.
Hmm.
All right,
But
let's
he's gonna have
see.
to work for that, bro. It's not gonna be no easy thing because he got.
No, four. He got four people to compete with, which is more than most quarterbacks got to compete with on a
Hmm.
team. Yeah. All right. Let's do some quick fan questions, and then we'll do the NBA coverage. But it should be quick because we're just going to go over the matchups that have already passed, which I think is just one or two. We can talk about the myth. We'll get to that. All right.
Bro, I can't believe fucking Cleveland about to sweep sweep the.
We'll do that one as well because Cleveland's going to win.
Yeah.
Uh. All right. Let me pull up the fan questions, or we'll just do three since we're getting tight on time. All right. If you had to live in one movie or show universe for a year, but as yourself, where are you going?
I'm Boondocks, bro.
Boondocks the good one. As myself, I want to go like a movie route. Hmm. Part of me wants to say Fast and the Furious.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all because you do love tuning up cars and shit.
Bro, I assume I'm gonna be a part of like the main cast, so I'm like in there with the cars. Me, I'd probably go Fast and Furious. I think that'd be dope. All right, number two. What's something you used to believe in as a kid that's hilarious to you now? For this one, I'm gonna say nothing holiday wise, like not Tooth Fairy, Christmas, like the Santa stuff, but like
Mhm.
something as a kid that you believed in that you laugh at now. Hmm.
Bro, that's tough because my mom never really like when I asked my mom like the tooth fairy and everything, like for the first time, she's like, that shit ain't real, Calvin. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, oh
Oh, you
man.
know, you know what? For me, as a kid, I honestly thought that like people actually had superpowers. They just kept it hidden, like secret. I honestly believed, like I was one of those kids where I would hope something tragic happened to me where I would develop superpowers. I honestly thought people had superpowers, but just there weren't superheroes or anything because they just didn't want that lifestyle. But as a kid, I was like, I promise one day I'm gonna have superpowers, bro. I really thought that shit was real.
I don't know what that shit would be for me, man. That's a tough one. Um, Man, I can't think of one. Finally, I'm stuck on.
Another,
I'm stuck on this one. Actually, do you got another one to replace that for me?
uh, let me see. Here, let's go to three, and then I'll go to the third one, and then I'll try to find one to replace that one.
Damn,
If
bro, they swept them and Darius didn't even play the last game.
if your group of friends was a TV cast, what role would each person play?
Was a TV cast?
Yeah, like what role? So like a comic relief. I feel like I'd be the out of pocket. I'd be the out of pocket wild one. But like I'd be the very meticulous strategic one, but like the out of pocket, just like off the wall, like the crazy genius. I think I'd be like the crazy genius where I'm very strategic and like setting things up, but at the same time just completely off the wall all the time.
You're saying like what I would be like in a
Yeah. Yeah.
I would definitely be I would be the jokester, but also I would say just some outlandish crazy shit, I feel like. Just some off the wall just to get the juices flowing and everything. Kind of stir the pot type of dude.
I think Mitch would for sure be the one that just pushes buttons all the time.
Yeah, yeah. I think and Mark would definitely be the person that I mean Mark kind of is this already. The one that takes just the craziest takes that everybody's just like Mark, come on, bro, like really.
And Mark would have the Mark would be the one crashing out all the time, like the shortest
Yeah,
fuse.
yeah,
Pretty much how we are now, but just on a like
yeah.
reality TV show. All right, I got one to replace the other one. What's a moment that completely changed how you see the world, whether it's big or small?
Ooh, shit. Ooh, an event that made me.
Or just a moment where you realize, like, yeah, just a moment. It didn't have to be a specific event. Or
Sure,
was
I
just
would say the moment I'm going through right now, but I don't want to get into that.
oh yeah.
um, bro, I think when it was really, I think this is a moment for everybody, dude. Um, okay, I got two. I think it really hit me when I graduated. I'm like, oh shit, like, I got to do this shit now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that was a big one for me. Because I was still trying to figure it out and everything, man. And then obviously went to graduate school for basketball and all that shit, and it fell through. I would say, I would say COVID, bro. I would say COVID.
Mm,
I mean, dude, dude, what I went to school for and everything, and my internship, and then coming back to grad school, like I worked my ass off for that, and just to see it kind of just go. I want to say go down the drain. Is just they couldn't pay for my schooling, which means that I can't be on staff anymore because graduate assistant you got to be in school and everything. You just can't
yeah.
be coaching staff. I think that was a big reality check for me. It was just like, all right, man, do I keep on pursuing this even though? And you know how coaching staffs are and everything, man. It's not there's no stability, man. Like you can be in one year and then be out the next year. Um,
Yeah.
and I think that kind of just I had to make a decision. It's like, do I keep on trying to grind for this, knowing that it's going to be a while before I see like the actual good money, or do I venture off into something else? And I think for the most part, I made the right decision, even though I'm going through some bullshit right now.
Yeah.
but but I think that was just the long term. I think that was really kind of like a reality check for me. It's just like, do I suffer, still grind it out, or do I just kick the cup and try to do something different? So.
Yeah. I think I have two as well. One is when I got when I retired from amateur back in the day, amateur sports, college ball. When I retired from that and got into like personal training and dealing with like average everyday people, I did not realize how the gap in strength, athleticism, body control from the normal person, that gap
It's
is
huge.
I did not realize how big that gap. Because I'm getting personal training. I try to improve my personal training, the knowledge and studies and this what works for general public, this that, and the third, and like realizing that only 19, 20, basically 20% of the American population is physically active, right? Which why I come from a world where everybody I hung around with or hung out with growing up, like me and you, like being active as an athlete, like that's every day. That's a
It's a,
lifestyle.
it's and Finis, it's funny you say that too because I really feel like if you play college, like you played sports all the way through your life, you play college sports. I didn't play college sports. I was on a college team and everything like that. I worked on a college team, but like I feel like that's just ingrained in you, bro. It's just
Yeah,
like you still
yeah,
want to be active, you still lift weights. It's maybe not at the level that you used to because obviously we're getting older and everything like that. But it's like we still find some type of way to be active and everything, you know? I think that's just embedded into people that like play college sports, play like serious sports in high school and everything. Um, and I think that definitely translates to, just personal health and everything, man, at the end of the day,
yeah, yeah. Like
So
it's crazy. Like 1.3% of the population can bench 225. Like now that I'm on the outside, now that I'm like hindsight, I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But at the time, I'm like 225. That's standard.
because you got
That's
old
standard.
linemen throwing up like 400, you just like,
Bro, that's standard. Like it's like 225, 1.3% of the population. I'm like, dude, like really? Like if you can bench 225, you're in like the top 1% in strength of
which
not
is
just America,
crazy.
the world's population. And I'm just like, that's crazy. Cause again, again, being in that world of athletes, especially like a sport like football, where part of your whole existence is trying to get stronger, trying to get faster. Like I was benching 225 in high school.
Hmm.
And like squatting 315, like it's that's like, to the normal average person, it's like, wow, you're really strong, which again, you are in the grand scheme of things. But like in the athletic world, it's like, dude, like you can 225, like, what are
Bro,
we
I
talking
get
about?
I get 5 reps out of it. I get 5, 6 reps out of that. Well, what's
Yeah,
up?
like what are we talking about? And then the second one is when I started to really become politically aware, right? Obviously, I'm independent, I'm apolitical, I'm usually in the middle of everything. Once I became started to keep up with like policies and politics, and I realized how close-minded people are, that changed my whole viewpoint of the world. Like, because like people that are like Republican or Democrat, instead of having an open mind with information, they take headlines, they don't read the nuances of studies or statistics, they don't read the biases and statistics and studies and stuff, and they'll completely discount things that go against what they believe, and they'll lean in 100% on things that align with what they believe. They don't have open mind. Like for me, if I believe in something, I'm firm in that. But if you present me with new evidence and data, and you understand because what the problem I have is if you present something to me, but you don't understand the biases or the nuance of what you're talking about, you're not gonna swim my opinion. But am if I have disbelief and you bring a viewpoint and you give me what your viewpoint is based on, and I read it and you understand, okay, yes, here's like the caveat or the bias, whatever, whatever, but this, I'll be like, you know what? That's a good point. Even though it might not change my mind, but I can understand, yes, I agree with that. Or you might even like, I'm willing to change my mind on things. Like I used to believe that going keto is stupid, right? I used to believe doing like these hardcore extreme diets, I think are dumb. I used to believe that. But now, based on what I know with new information, I think there's a place for some people that if it works for them, right? I'm on the belief that if it works for you, keep doing it. If intermittent fasting works for you to help lose weight, stay healthier, all for it. I personally am not for it, intermittent. Well, technically, I kind of intermittent fast because I'll eat I go probably 12 to 12, when I go to sleep, I'll probably go close to 12 hours between dinner and breakfast this day. So like kind of, but you get what I'm saying. Like keto, like obviously I did the carnivore diet. And I think if first of all, there's a right way to do diets, right? There's people that will do the carnivore diet and people will be like, oh, look at this guy. He did the carnivore diet and his cholesterol went through the roof. Like this, because there's a study where this guy did the carnivore diet, but he prioritized fats instead of protein. And he literally had like his skin started to seep fat because he was eating like 7 sticks of butter a day. That's not how you do that. But somebody that's super against the carnivore diet will take that and be like, this is why you shouldn't do it. It's like, well, wait a minute. One, yes, you're right. You shouldn't do it that way, but that's not the right way to do it. You still need
Yeah.
to prioritize your protein instead of just intake. Nobody on God's green earth needs to be eating 7 sticks of butter a day, right? But if the carnivore diet works for you, I think you should do it. Now, I don't think you should do like I only did the carnivore diet for 4 weeks because I believe that they have a place in short-term dieting to where there's reset your metabolism or to achieve the weight loss you want initially. I don't think they should be done long term. I don't think they're sustainable. But if it works for you, that works for you. But like I changed my mind on that because I used to be anti any extreme diet. I used to be anti-fasting, anti-keto, anti-carnivore, anti-vegan. But I have changed my mind into if that works for you, as long as you're doing it right, you feel good and you're achieving the goals you want to achieve by doing it, more power to you. So like the closed mindedness of people really, really change, like really open my eyes to like, oh my God, like this world is just people that are so stubborn. They're willing to die on this hill that nuance and with nuance, what they're saying is not necessarily true. But yeah, those are mine too.
I feel that. I feel that.
All right, Calvin, leave the people with some knowledge real quick.
Oh man. Uh man, if you really believe in something, don't change your mindset about it. Don't let nobody trick you at your spot. Uh if you stand for something, stand on it, bro. Um because once that time that you fold and everything, that really kind of shows that, you know, that person. Yeah, that's all I got to say, bro. I don't want to get too deep into it, but yeah, stand on your business and everything, man. Stay 10 toes down. And whatever you preach and everything, please go about it and everything like that because you don't want to sell yourself too short. So that's all I got to say for the folks.
All right, y'all heard it here first. GoT615. Catch you guys next time.
I'm gonna chase my dreams, my